If you're an athlete looking to create an additional stream of income in 2026, whether you're a professional, a trainer, or working full-time in another industry, here's why you'd be a fool not to consider the high-end water ionizer business, and more specifically, the Kangen 8. When I first heard of Kangen water ionizers 10 years ago, the health benefits seemed obvious. But to be candid, I wasn't convinced of the viability of the business model. And like most 20-somethings, I was willing to put my health on the back burner in the interest of focusing on my long-term financial trajectory. So let me tell you what's changed. First of all, global warming. Over the past 10 years, it has only become more obvious that weather patterns are changing, and it is dramatically impacting the planet we live on. What this largely boils down to, as much as anything else, is that in the future, there will be far less clean water to go around and far more people trying to drink it. The stress of this is no longer limited to third world countries, as there are already places in the United States where tap water is no longer safe for public consumption. If this feels a little subjective to you, by all means, get on ChatGPT, get on Gemini, and do the research yourself. The at-home water ionizer market is growing and is projected to grow exponentially over the next 10 years. The reason being, until someone figures out how to convert salt water to clean water, until we figure out how to address that plastic island in the ocean, or get to where we can actually trust anything regulated by our government again, high-end at-home water filtration systems are the solution to this massive and growing problem. Another point on the business side of things is the age-old discussion of high-ticket versus low-ticket sales. For all of you Alex Hormozy fans out there, a point he likes to beat into the ground is that the best way to make a lot of money is to sell expensive shit to rich people. The math of high-ticket versus low-ticket sales makes this obvious. This isn't to say you can't make a lot of money in low-ticket sales, but you better have the systems in place to consistently sell a whole lot of whatever it is. And ultimately, if you look at the highest earners, they aren't selling supplements and diet plans, they're selling boats, planes, and real estate. And as it pertains to my primary concern with the business model 10 years ago, I wondered where your prospective clientele would come from when you ran out of friends and family to pitch to. But that's no longer an issue. Not only are you working with an established company and 6- and 7-figure earners who can help show you the way, but the meta ads training is extensive, as is the training on how to set up funnels that have been tested time and time again. Not only guaranteeing you won't have to bother your friends and family, but that prospects have already confirmed their interest by the time they ever get on the phone. Gary Vaynerchuk will tell you that one of the biggest opportunities to make a lot of money in the coming years is to build a brand across platforms and harness that brand to sell products. This is an opportunity to sell a high-end, high-ticket product with 6- and 7-figure earners in an established company that is one of the leaders in an exponentially growing market. Oh yeah, and by the way, the evidence that these ionizers are changing people's health lives for the better is almost inexhaustible. If you're ready to hear more about this opportunity to change your own financial life today while changing people's health for the better in the process, simply comment "I'm ready" below or shoot me a DM. No upfront commitment, no pressure, just information. I'm excited for us to move forward.